Hi guys. So it's a week after the final Bacna therapy. Thankfully, we only had to do 3, not 4. So that clears one of the cancers, possibly 2, but we won't know until more tests are done. I then have had 10 days break before we have to start dealing with the breast cancer. So one of the things I've discovered about myself is I don't tell people the truth. I don't think any of us really do. When someone asks how we are, we say we're fine. We don't say we feel awful. And part of it is we don't want to put that kind of pressure on our friends. We don't want them to feel obligated. So we try our best to make do and get by. Before I had my last surgery, I did make sure I got a few days worth of food. So because I'm starting to feel better, I realised if I didn't do this update now, I'm going to come back all happy and sunshine and joy because I am definitely starting to feel better, but it has taken me a week to get to this point. The fatigue has been horrific. For someone who's an insomniac, to go from having a 20-hour day to a 6 to 8 hour day, there's just no time to do anything. One of the things I have learned from this, so how I would treat someone else if someone else got in touch with me and said they had cervical cancer or they had ovarian cancer or breast cancer. Now, I don't know the answers for breast cancer because I don't know that process yet, but if for someone with cervical cancer, I would do up a hamper, okay? In it, I would put naproxenic. I would get the soft ice that you put in the freezer, but they're quite malleable, and a pair of socks because you don't want that ice straight on the bits. I've just had surgery. We have Salem here. You will have no idea how handy that ice will come in. You will spend, if you end up having therapy as part of the treatment for cervical cancer, you will spend a lot of time after the surgery sitting on ice because it is the only relief you get. Tablets don't touch it. It feels like the whole area is on fire. It's very hard to articulate exactly how you're feeling, and unfortunately I don't think that people with cancer do that effectively because we don't want to be a burden to someone else, or we don't want to be we live in a society where people that are hypochondriacs, we forget it's a disease, and it's still kind of looked down on. It's still got a stigma, and so we don't want to be coming over like that. The other thing is we don't want to be excluded from life. We don't want to be excluded from how your work's going, how your grandchildren are, how your friends are, how's the gym going, all these things that are going on in your life. Because we don't want to be in that bubble where all there is to talk about is cancer and treatment and cancer and treatment and cancer and treatment. We need that escape of you sharing with us what's going on in your lives. You know, how's your relationship going? That general chit chat you'd have over coffee We don't want it to be all about us, because part of what makes most of us happy is our friendships. And when we start to feel that friendships becoming one-sided and it's all about us, and it's about our health and our doctor's appointments and our surgeries, it's the friendship just doesn't feel balanced anymore. So thanks, Salem. So do remember that we don't always want to talk about having cancer. So a couple of other things I'd put in a hamper. One of the things I discovered, especially after having the brachytherapy, which is the radiation seed implant into the tumour, I would have the energy to make food or eat it. I did not have the energy to do both. So I would put cheese and crackers, which is nice, easy to make, soups, things like tinned rice pudding, tinned fruits, things where they can just open a tin and eat something. Yeah, okay, you can warm up a soup, but often you're just so tired, you just want something that's you can eat and go back to bed. So those are the kind of things that I would think about. The other thing that, it sounds like a strange one, but the other thing I would also give, especially for cervical and ovarian cancer, is baby wipes. And I know this sounds really strange, but once you move past that ice pack stage, to have something that's very slightly damp in that area does give a little bit of relief, and it's very strange what it does, but it really does. My biggest thing I would say is remember that we are who we were before the cancer, and if we were interested in your life and what's going on with you and your work, and we're still the same people. Yes, we're going through this cancer journey, but we're still trying to live our lives as well. I was made aware the other day when a friend of mine came to visit, but I've been going through this where it's been one appointment, another appointment, one test, another test, biopsies, treatments for 6 months now. And that has really cut down the amount of time that I'm working. My groups haven't been running and what have you. I chose to do this today because I am feeling better. Today I actually went to the shops, changed my bedding, cleaned my kitchen, fed my chickens, sorted out my washing. It was almost normal because I was still having to take breaks in between. But if I don't do this now, and when I come on all happy and wonderful, I've missed a huge chunk of not feeling happy and wonderful. And I had a couple of days where I just wanted to be on my own. This cloud that had been sitting over me with the surgical stuff had finally, that was over. And I did kind of dip a couple of days with that, and it just needed that little bit of me time to process. But I've been through something really quite traumatic, and it wasn't something I wanted to discuss or share. It was just something I needed to process in my head and go, I've been there, I've done that, yeah, there's more to come, but I'm on the mend. I'm one cancer down. Nothing's going to be worse than that first brachytherapy, so everything else is going to be cruisy. But you still need that bit of time where nobody's coming and nobody's visiting, just for you to be able to just breathe and just come to terms with where you are with your body. Okay, thank you to those that supported me. Thank you to those that commented on me. As I've said before, I realise this is a very, very difficult topic to press like, but liking it or sharing it with someone that's going through a similar journey, that would be appreciated, just because when I was looking for information out there to help me, I couldn't find it. So I want to put the information out there to help others. And if you have specific questions, drop me a line, let me know. And I can only share from my own experience, but I'm happy to do that. Okay, take care. And hopefully, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so I'll be hopefully bouncing in going, yay, life is so good. Well, until my next appointment. So, okay, take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.